Hello friends, this video on chapter-wise weightage of physics as well as important chapters from physics for Karnataka CET 2025 examination is done by Pratibimba Learning by Reflection. As we know that Karnataka CET 2025 will be on 16th and 17th of April, that is in this month, and there are only 15 days left. For students who have not thoroughly prepared for your examination, especially for physics, I will be explaining the important chapters as well as the weightage of each chapters in this video. Here in this video we are focusing only on physics as our subject. There are a total of 60 questions expected. Each question carries 1 mark. Note that there are no negative markings, right? You can answer all the questions even though you are not sure about the answer. You can freely mark your answers. The syllabus will be your first PUC and second PUC physics only. The duration of examination is 80 minutes. That means it is 1 hour 20 minutes. You hardly get 1 minute or 1.5 minutes for each question, right? So you should be very careful about your timing. So you should not waste much time on every question, right? So you have to be quick enough to answer the questions. Among first PUC and second PUC physics syllabus you have, which is the one on which you have to focus more? Most of the questions in Karnataka CET board are based on first PUC. If you look into second PUC syllabus, there can be about 15 questions. Not exactly 15, there can be slight change in them. It can be 13, it can be 14, or it can be 22. But 15 is the average number. So there can be about 15 questions. It can be 16 or 17 sometimes. So note that most of the questions are from second PUC portion only. That is about 75% of the question paper is designed on second PUC syllabus. That means for students who are not yet prepared much on physics, need to focus more on second PUC, right? Because there are about 45 questions expected. Out of 60 questions, 45 questions will be from second PUC. Okay, if you look into chapter-wise weightage for all first PUC syllabus, first PU chapters, almost all the chapters are having 1 questions from each, except the system of particles and rotational motion. It has got 2 questions from it, right? That means you have to stress on this system of particles and rotational motion more, because 2 questions every year, there are 2 questions expected from this chapter. If you are not thorough with other chapters, if you have forgotten it already, means don't stress on it much. So you can study motion in a straight line, motion in a plane, laws of motion, those chapters, as well as you can study kinetic theory of gases, since they are all small lessons and the questions are easily answerable from them, right? So what if we go through the second PUC chapter wise weightage? So there are 14 chapters, as you can see. Among these 14 chapters, only few chapters are of high weightage. High weightage in the sense more number of questions are expected. So which are those chapters? Let us see. If you look into electric charges and fields, it has got 5 questions. Current electricity has got 6 questions. Moving charges and magnetism, from which 5 questions are expected. And here ray optics and optical instruments, and from that chapter there are 5 questions expected. You can be sure about it. Why? Because it is the one from which the maximum number of questions are expected. There can be 1 or 2 less, you need not worry, but still these 4 chapters are highly important one. So I have taken them as a high weightage chapter, and they are the most important topics. I request you to take the screenshot or make a note of these important topics, which are current, electricity, electric charges and fields, moving charges and magnetism, alternating current, right? So alternating current, it is also the one which has got more number of questions, right? 4 to 6 questions are expected. I have written here, right? High weightage chapters. Alternating current is also under the important topics which are of high weightage. If you look into other chapters like electrostatic potential and capacitance, how many marks is expected from it? You can see there is 2 questions expected, only 2 questions is expected. Magnetism and matter, however, it was a low weightage chapter for your board exam. Here also only 2 questions are expected. Electromagnetic induction will be with 2 questions. Wave optics, 3 questions. Dual nature of radiation and matter might be asked with the 3 questions, and semiconductor electronics. So all these chapters I have listed under medium weightage chapter, right? What about atoms and nuclei? Let me include this also, atoms and nuclei chapter, since they have 2 questions in them. That is also listed under medium weightage, from which 2 to 3 questions are expected. Also, I have included the system of particles and rotational motion from first PUC syllabus. All these are of second PUC syllabus, right? All these chapters. Only this is from the last one is from first PUC syllabus. I have written it over here. This can be considered as a medium weightage chapter. What about low weightage chapter? If you look into this table, electromagnetic waves is the one which might be asked with only 1 question. Hardly 1 question is expected from electromagnetic wave. Sometimes it can be 1 or 0, right? That is why those chapters I have listed under low weightage, and from which only 1 question is expected. Almost all the first PUC chapters except system of particles and rotational motion and electromagnetic waves is considered to be the low weightage chapter. Okay, so what do you understand by this? What we can conclude by this analysis done based on the number of questions asked? So we can say that the most important topics, the topics on which you need to focus more, are electric charges and fields, current, electricity, and moving charges, magnetism, alternating current, and ray optics and optical instruments. So these 5 chapters are very important one. Firstly, you need to focus on all these chapters. If you want me to do a crash course on these chapters, you can mention it in the comment section. And thereafter, you can move to the medium weightage chapter. If you get time, then you can study the first PUC as well as electromagnetic waves chapter. Okay, so all the very best for students who are preparing for their physics CET examination. I'll be coming back in my next video. Thank you.